Yeah, read it. Soak it on in. Because when it comes to masculinity, testosterone, and the Y chromosome, the writing's on the wall. I shouldn't even have to say it. The writing is on the wall. This is coming to us from the Los Angeles Times. Boy, 16, was given estrogen for behavioral disorder while in LA juvenile hall, suit alleges. And we've had people like the fantastic Christina Hoff Summers, Paul Elam, and like all of these different people for the past, 20, 30 years, warning us that the way a lot of our communities, particularly in the urban spaces, are structured is that masculinity, testosterone, what makes our what can be deemed, particularly in our young boys, as rambunctious behavior, is demonized and told it's wrong. But and this is that idea in work, in play. This is written by James Quealy. A 16-year-old boy being held at a Los Angeles County juvenile hall developed enlarged breasts after he was prescribed estrogen to treat a behavioral disorder, a move that baffled doctors who said the treatment defied medical logic, according to a lawsuit filed last month. The teen, whose identity is being withheld because of his age, was diagnosed with oppositional defiance disorder. Oppositional defiant disorder. Yikes, or ODD, 2 days after he was arrested and housed at Eastlake Juvenile Hall in June 2019. The lawsuit said medical records reviewed by the Times show that the teen's testosterone levels were slightly high when the doctor who diagnosed him prescribed daily doses of estrogen. A male with a young male, a 16-year-old male with high testosterone levels. This is not anything. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure they're not going to mention what he went down for at all, but this is ridiculous. Like, of course, a 16-year-old boy is going to have high levels of testosterone. I mean, shoot. There's guys in their 40s right now trying to get back to that. Estrogen regulates the development of female sexual characteristics and reproduction. Men produce the hormone, produce the hormone at much lower levels. Yeah, because we're men. Why is this so hard? This is what happens when gender studies is allowed to just run amok, because you got people acting like this is some brand new concept. It's not. This is a tale as old as time. As a young man, his testosterone is like through the roof. And that's how we end up doing so many of the stupid, most times, completely innocent things that we do as guys. But they've been when I say the courts and the government have gone out of their way to try to knock that out of young men and make it seem as if they are being bad, like, oh my goodness, he just won't be quiet. And that's another big problem with having the overabundant, not just welfare state, but single mothers that we do, because she isn't a guy. She doesn't know how to handle that. She doesn't know how to, best harness that for a young man. And many times they go off of those emotions. They've spent most of their time being extra emotional. And I don't know this young man's family makeup at all, but they spend a lot of time being just raised by in this system, in this gynocentric matriarchal system, which encourages the fostering of their emotions alongside all the testosterone. Let's be real, it shouldn't be a surprise that he would get locked up. After taking approximately 13 daily doses of the hormone, the teen was diagnosed with gynecomastia, defined as the enlargement or swelling of breast tissue in males whose estrogen level is too high, medical records show. Because you've been giving him estrogen. It's a big part of the reason why we have that soy surplus. Right now, soy is like super cheap here in the States. Why? Because it also promotes estrogen and, and the feminine within within males. I mean, within females for sure, but definitely within males. ODD, a behavioral condition that is sometimes suffered by patients with attention deficit hyperactive disorder, oh my Christmas, is normally treated with therapy, said James McGough, a professor of clinical psychiatry at UCLA. Oh my God, seriously. This is like, it's so weird how these things like it just kind of popped up out of nowhere, and they're here to really offset a lot of societal conditions that we have out here. Once again, when you have these children acting out, in many cases it is due to a lack of due to the fatherlessness that, you know, the welfare state and the family court system outright encourages. Estrogen is not a treatment for ODD. It can't be more emphatic. I can't be more emphatic about that. McCall said, "You won't find a reference anywhere that supports the use of estrogen for ODD." The lawsuit described the treatment as experimental. Oh my God. And these aren't your kids, man. The doctor who prescribed the estrogen, Danny Wang, could not be reached for comment. Okay, so yeah, that's okay. Danny Wang did everything wrong is the title of this video. Los Angeles County's juvenile detention facilities are overseen by the probation department. Medical needs are provided by juvenile court health services, which falls under the county Department of Health Services. In an email, a Department of Health Services representative confirmed that Wang has been employed by the county since 2012, but declined to comment on his current status with the agency, describing it as confidential personal matter. The department declined to comment on the lawsuit. The suit, which names as defendants the county, Wang, and David O, medical director, David O, I said O, David O, the medical director of Juvenile Court Health Services, alleged medical battery and negligence. Interesting names. Probation officials and the team attorney, Wesley Ouchie, declined to say why he was in custody. Ouchie said the boy, now 17, was released in April and would require surgery to treat the physical issues he developed as the result of the estrogen treatment, the experimental estrogen treatment. Wang prescribed a daily regimen of 2 milligrams of estrogen to be taken in pill form, according to the medical records. The boy's parents were not aware that he had been diagnosed with ODD or was undergoing treatment until late July 2019. Doctors said the treatments should have not been carried out without the parent. No, you don't say, huh? The parents were completely left in the dark. My God. The boy's father, who spoke on the condition of anonymity to protect his son's identity, said he found out about the estrogen pills when he visited the juvenile hall one weekend last July. When I found out they were giving him the pill, I was like, why didn't they ask me? When I found out what kind of pill it was, I was like, this is terrible. You think? The father said, he's only 16 and they're forcing him to take it. The father said he later confronted O, the medical director, over the phone, and O admitted that Wang had made a mistake. The father said the health services representative declined to comment on O's alleged remark due to ongoing litigation. Yeah, because you never should have taken that call, my guy. I mean, not to defend this weirdo, but yeah, you never should have taken that call. The treatment stopped last July after the team began to complain of negative side effects and refused medication, records show. Prior to that, Ouchie said his client felt compelled to take the pills because he feared that disobeying Wang would have detrimental effect on his pending criminal case. That is, and that's honestly, it's a very simple line of logic for the young man to make, but yeah, like, oh, if I say no to what they're asking me to do, then they can it can have an adverse effect on what my trial or whatever it is he's going through right now. He ain't deserved this. I don't care if it's murder. I don't care. He didn't deserve this, okay? Reports from probation officers about a youth's time in custody can carry significant weight at sentencing hearings, and the teen's case had not been adjudicated at the time Wang prescribed him the estrogen, Ouchie said. Ouchie also alleges the boy was bullied by other youths in custody during his gynecomastia symptoms developed. No! Once again, oh my God. Like, this is terrible. This is terrible and evil. It really is. And yeah, they were gonna make fun of them. I'm sorry. Boys will be boys, whether you like it or not. And oh my, like, bruh, you got titties, my dude. Like, yo, yes, that's how they're gonna treat it. That's just how boys are. And yet, but guess who? They'll probably sit there and be like, oh well, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that they didn't tell those other boys, you need to, like, oh, you guys are being mean to him. Guess what? You're now all getting estrogen titties. Like, Jesus Christ. This is sick. As a teenager, he felt self-conscious already. No doubt about that, Ouchie. Ouchie said, going through those changes made it a lot more traumatic for him. I am not doubting this. Sarah Coffey, director of child and adolescent psychiatry at Oklahoma State University, said ODD is normally diagnosed in children between the ages of 6 and 12. Children diagnosed with the disorder often struggle with authority in school or in social meetings. You know, they struggle with that authority because they don't have fathers. I would love to see the numbers on like who has a father and a mother at home, like which of these children are coming, how are, oh my goodness, it's infuriating. It really is. It really is. You're gonna struggle with authority when you don't have that your natural guardian and protector around you. It just is what it is. You will not know how to properly deal with someone who has authority over it, who has authority in school or in social settings. Common treatments include family therapy or medications that have had success in aiding juveniles with ADHD, including Ritalin and Adderall. More drugs. Using hormones to treat ODD might actually worsen this situation. Okay, I'm out. Okay, I think this video is long enough. I'm out. This is sick. This is fucking sickening. And the fact that the guy had parents and they still and they didn't check or clear any of this with the parents. Oh my God, this is disgusting. And you know what's even worse is that, let's say they sue, they win. You know who's taking that L, right? You know how they get paid, right? They get paid through taxpayers. There is no wins. There is just no wins. With that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like to toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and Like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is disturbing. It really is. It really is. And the fact that Wang and O and all of these other, doctors have no are doing this should terrify everyone. It really should. But you may feel differently, and that's what I have a comment section for. Until the next one.